Hello, everyone. Welcome to this reading. My name is Mira, and this is Age of Aquarius Oracle. I haven't been recording for, I think, at least 2 weeks because new Chinese year hit me like a truck in a good and bad way. First, I got into Feng Shui because I've been hearing the message from my reader for almost a year to declutter and implement maybe some Feng Shui. At least the worst things that, like, cat litter in the money corner and stuff like that. So fix that. And so I did. I started to declutter and I was working and I was cleaning and I was cleaning and let's face it, my apartment is full of stuff I no longer need. So it's a lot of work. A lot of work. And I've been working so hard, so long that I got sick. So that's the message for you, maybe as well. That be careful in the year of Fire Horse. There will be a lot of energy, maybe a lot of ideas, a lot of motivation to do something, but do not neglect self care. Make sure you eat, sleep, rest enough. Okay, so for this reading, I got some hints earlier today, but I'm not sure if this is what's supposed to come out. So okay. I wanted one card as a significator or the theme of the reading, and there are three, but I don't know. The magic mirror. What truth are you avoiding? What would you see if you looked at yourself with honesty and compassion? And it came out in reverse. Also, I took off my acrylic nails. I feel like someone cut off parts of my fingers. The hidden village. What part of yourself remains unseen or unexplored? How might you rediscover this hidden piece of your identity? Okay, again, it came out in reverse, but it's basically very connected. It's almost like the same thing. Something that you about yourself that you need to see. And the third card, also in reverse, the river crossing. What transition are you making? How can you trust the journey even if the destination is unclear? Oh, okay. I will put them upright just for me to have a better look at them. Okay, then the things that came out before do resonate, I guess, with this reading. I just wanted to be sure before I talked about those things. So there was a lot of apprehension from in the energy from me to start this reading. I even did like 40 minutes of yoga to get it out of the system. This resistance. So this is, and all the cards came out in reverse. So this is also the resistance to this energy. Something that still remains unseen or unexplored about yourself. You don't want to look at it. Hmm. All right. Um, right. One more thing I wanted to say. I was thinking about it. It because when I connected with this energy when I opened up before earlier. I mean, I also remember the dream I had last night, and it was a dream that everyone that I know, somehow people found out what I'm doing here on YouTube, that I'm reading tarot, that woo woo. And it was weird. I don't remember what was my reaction. There was a little bit of fear. But when I woke up, I was like, okay, well, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what anyone thinks, especially people that would laugh. I mean, which is what was my fear, sort of, that I would not be respected and taken seriously. And I don't care about people that would reject it. They just don't belong in my reality anymore. Simple as that. If anyone would reject me because of that. And one more thing, I don't know, maybe it is something that resonates with you on some level. I hope. I hope there is a reason why I'm sharing. I mean, deeper reason why I'm sharing all this. And now I forgot what I wanted to say. Okay. Um, let's stay quiet here. And let's see. Maybe I'll remember. What was, yeah, that I don't care. Oh, right. That we are very lucky that we live in a time where having a spiritual awakening isn't something that you really couldn't tell anyone. And if you could, they would look at you as you're crazy. And maybe if you were really unlucky, recommend to psychiatric treatments and so on. Now, respectable people, known people, ex-CIAs and whoever, is coming out and out of the spiritual closet and speaking about spiritual awakenings. A lot of people, a lot of authors. um I don't know, maybe it's a lot in my corner, but I can tell whether someone is spiritually awakened and or not sometimes by reading a book they wrote, for example. Even it would be a total fiction book, for example, right? All right, this is one recommendation maybe I can give you. But what I wanted to mention, that yeah, people coming out of the spiritual closet recently. I don't know, is that Chase Hughes? I I followed him because of the interesting psyop things and methods, and how how to be careful, how can sometimes politicians and people with not cleanest intentions trying to influence you. And he really had good tips and so on. And I thought that he probably knows about the spiritual world, because here and there there are hints, and I think recently I saw, well, a short where he was speaking about spiritual awakening and everything. So I think a lot of people, totally openly or between the lines, are coming out. So it's we are no longer weirdos, and now there are people in positions of, or different experiences in different fields, right? It's not just, I don't know, a small corner of witches and spiritual people, or I don't know. I don't want to do labels, but I think you'll understand, right? It wasn't usual for doctors, for example, to be spiritual and to speak about it, things like that, and it's becoming a reality, really. Write a book. When I was decluttering, sorry about the rant. I don't know if I even will post it. Maybe I'll cut it. Who knows? When I was decluttering, I found books by, what's the name? What's the name? Right. I'm not showing you because it's in Czech, but it's in from CJ Cherry. Cherry. Dying Sun, a Kesrit, and it's this a trilogy, and it's about three races: human. I don't know how to MRI, Mri, I call them Mri, and Reguls, and it's fantastic, and it's very obvious that the author, I think, at least based on my opinion, either was spiritually awakened fully when writing this, or this was really also totally channeled book somehow through the author from spirit, because it very very nicely speaks about how this world works, and that the journey is the whole point, and how our past and memory can trap us. I don't know. If I read it, I think throughout the years several times. I loved it years ago, and I don't know how many times I've read it. I don't have very good memory, so I mean I know what is this about, but after 2 years or three, I can read it almost like a new book and re-experience it, and I think it's wonderful. It's fantasy, is or yeah, sci-fi, but more sci-fi than fantasy. I recommend it as a you know relaxation. Okay, we have something coming out finally. Five of Wands. I mean, I wasn't even sure. It's a competition about what? I was thinking to do maybe a spread. Yeah. What truth are you avoiding? um, this is not going to work like that. What truth are you avoiding? And all this came out. Well, I'm going to check it and I'm going to put it back. And I'm going to do a spread and to ask for whatever messages needs to come through, and maybe some sort of guidance on at the end. Six of Swords, Four of Wands, and Queen of Cups in reverse. Well, the grass wasn't greener. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's about the past. And Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's something you are not emotionally connect, or with people that you are not emotionally connected to. And right, the first one that came was Five of Wands. So something that you did out of ego or fear. And we have the Devil, the Temperance in the reverse, the Four of Cups and Two of Pentacles. This is mainly about the manipulation, but something. And Temperance is about balance. And it's in reverse. So manipulative situation got out of balance, or I feel like it's something that you did, because you know it sounds a little bit like an excuse. I mean, don't I'm not trying to attack you, but it's how it feels, because ultimately we are responsible for our decision. And well, if we let ourselves to be manipulated, then maybe that's the lesson that we needed at that point. But in the end, it's very important to admit that if you let yourself be manipulated, or if you outsource some sort of decision, yeah, because he said, she said, that's still on you. And now there's this satisfaction, as I mentioned, the grass wasn't greener. This satisfaction with what is, where you currently are. And Two of Pentacles is sort of the question, what now? How to balance it, how to fix it. Okay, so if this sounds like your situation, then maybe this is your reading. I also have new story dice I haven't used yet at all. Okay, so I'll do a Celtic spread and we'll see what is the most important issue or problem. Because I don't know. Okay. Three of Swords. I was reading what part of yourself remains unseen or unexplored, and the Three of Swords came out. So emotional pain. It feels like we could do a reading for each of these cards, and um, could be something different, but they came out together. Oh God, I hope this wasn't a hint. I should do a three. The Cards are all falling, and it's the Tower and the Moon in reverse. So it's a tower you are not seeing. You don't see coming. I mean, usually we don't, unless sometimes I do. Not that I can do something about it. Just prepare. Oh my God. Oh, so this is a different table, different setup. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. A new position according to Feng Shui. I will need to cut this video probably heavily. Or if not, then I'm sorry you have to suffer through this. Or I'll put a timestamp. Yes, okay. Why? Page of Swords in reverse. Yes, but this is again just step up out of your shadows. Eight of Cups. It's time. Ten of Cups in reverse. Seven of Swords. Six of Pentacles. Star. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Lovers in reverse. And the Devil is the outcome. Wow. Ten of Swords in reverse. On the bottom. I'm gonna take the clarifier deck. So everything is fine, but I'm just not getting the Devil, really. Unless that's the outcome based on your current energy, but in the future position we have the Star. So right now you're in a situation where you are not authentic. You let's clarify the Page of Swords. And you have to move in silence, and maybe you are also partially manipulating the people around you because there is no other way how to get things done. Or you think there isn't. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. You know, just what I'm getting. And you're not happy with the Ten of Cups in reverse. The grass wasn't greener, as I said, or you realize that this is not what you wanted, not, yeah, and you don't want to settle, but it's like you can't leave for some reason, or it's not easy. Let's clarify first the Page of Swords. If there needs to be a clarification, because I think I already, okay. Ace of Wands. Okay, there's no passion where you are right now. By the Page of Swords in reverse. Or the spark came out, but it came from somewhere else. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. Why can't you leave the situation where you are not authentic and okay. Three of Swords in reverse, Two of Pentacles. This is your the way I see it is it's like your duty. And Three of Swords in reverse. It will cause heartbreak. You don't want to hurt anyone. But, you know, why the Ten of Cups in reverse? Okay, fell on the floor. Anything else? Nine of Wands. The Moon. The Sun and the Moon. Nine of Wands. I don't know. I'm not getting, or basically I'm yeah, I'm getting too many things. When I look at these cards, there are different things popping. So doesn't really matter. I mean, you know why. If this reading is for you, you know exactly why you're not satisfied where you are. It's like you saw something, or maybe you had a mystical experience in a way, and it showed you different things, different world. Nine of Wands in reverse, you felt is not reachable for you, or you didn't know it existed, and now it's calling you. Well, okay, why the Seven of Swords? I don't remember what I because you already said what it is about. I don't remember what I said. What did I say? All right, that you have to somehow manipulate people a little bit. What is this? Ace of Cups. I don't know when it turned. And it's in the past. But you somehow, yeah, moved in silence, did some things maybe And in currently you're in a situation where isn't an equal give and take. Three of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying Six of Pentacles. There is no cooperation in creating what you wanted to create. In the future, you have the Star. That's healing, wishing, upon the Star. And Chariot. Wow. Okay. With a lot of people. So maybe you're meeting your soul tribe. Maybe you're meeting your soul tribe by subscribing to this channel, you know. But there is, Chariot is about direction and speed. And as I said, in this card, there are quite a lot of people going somewhere. But what I was getting was support of like-minded people that are maybe going through similar experiences as you are. In your own energy, you can be um, quite happy with yourself, with what you have. It's like very, very zen, very, very satisfied, very accepting. And your environment is Knight of Wands. But let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles first. I don't know if this is... What I was getting was that's your energy. The Tower in reverse. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's like you are the one who is keeping all that you have around you together and resisting the Tower. Wasn't the Tower came out in the pre-shuffle with what? With the moon? Yes. And we have the moon here, Tower here, and Chariot with the star and the devil. Okay. Three of Wands in reverse. So your environment is, I don't know, it has a fast pace that resists some planning. Well, I don't know if the situation around you is currently very volatile. You don't know what is coming next. I don't know if it's coming from people or work or different. It's probably not, or different. Sorry, it's probably different for different people, or I don't know. I don't feel like going into it because you know what is volatile. But this is coming out in this reading because this is what you are constantly balancing somehow. And with your hopes and fears being the Lovers in reverse, it's the The Lovers is a choice. It used to be a choice card. Um, and it's a heart-based decision. What is necessary right now for you is to look at what your heart wants. What is in yourself still unseen and unexplored. So with the Lovers in reverse, well, it's hopes and fears, but it's about making the right decision based on what your heart wants. Can we clarify the Lovers? Five of Cups. Yeah. And Queen of Swords. Okay, so Five of Cups. Clarifying the Lovers. You're not willing to give up what you have, even if it's not good for you. With a Queen of Swords, I don't know. I don't remember if I picked it up correctly, if it was in reverse or not, but doesn't matter. What I'm getting from this card is to like play the devil's advocate with yourself and write it out like pros and cons. If because there is something, there is a decision. It may be a major decision, like a huge decision. And I think I mentioned it sometime in one of the readings. Play out your life. Imagine how it will go in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years, based on this current energy. If it stays the same, if you stay where you are, doing what you do in relationships where you are, with the same beliefs that you have, hiding from whatever caused all this, something magical. And then decide based on that. Do you like the future? Or would you like to try to change some things? Can we clarify the devil? And it's like with the Ten of Swords in reverse, governing the whole reading is maybe you are in very difficult point in one of the cycles that you are going through. That is the last push, and that's actually the time when it's darkest before the dawn. So if you are agonizing over this, even though with the Page of Swords it did not come out as agonizing, but it's something you don't want to look at, and you need to look at it. That's why you're getting this reading. I know I have to post it because it feels too important not to. I'm going to pick up the card from the floor. It's the Sun. Okay. Maybe this is what the devil can give you. It's the question, is it what you want? There is abundance in this card. How can you trust the journey even if the destination is unclear? Yeah, that's the whole point. And it's very difficult to trust. I mean, it's very difficult for me as well to trust, to believe that everything will be okay. But my experience says that because we have only illusion of control. And until now, throughout many difficulties, I'm still here. Everything turned out well enough. Can we get one more card for the devil? Why? Mm, the Empress universe. It's not the. Mm, yes. What I heard is not being loved the way you want to be loved, or you're not loved for the right things. You're not being loved for you. Oh, okay. Oh, why? I mean, yes, that is the most important thing is how other people makes us feel. To be loved the way we want to be loved. All right. Um, Higher self oracle. Sure, that will save the reading. Can we get one card, please, as a guidance? Patience. Okay, it was in reverse because I just had the whole deck in reverse. Those are not shuffled for reversals. Patience. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Aristotle. How fits patience into this? Okay, let's see. This card bears multiple messages. First, patience is needed to endure current hardships or some of adversity. You may be looking for a new job or a new home, enduring a battle with an illness, or suffering from an unexpected loss. Your higher self asks that you cultivate patience with yourself and the resolution. Ask your higher self to help you reframe the circumstance in your mind as an opportunity to learn new skills, adapt, grow, or respond creatively. Further, you received this card because patience requires self control. By exercising restraint over your emotions and impulses during difficult situations, you can avoid undesirable actions that may interfere with potential beneficial outcomes. An additional message of this card relates to personal goals. In an attempt to realize your goals, you have been pushing hard by force, and nothing more can be done to receive the desired result at this time. At this moment, you are being asked to stop and relax and to be proud of the progress you've made so far. Remember to enjoy this journey as well as the destination. You are also being asked to heed the wisdom of divine timing. Everything in the universe operates according to a divine clock, whereby all events occur once each piece of the puzzle falls into place and the exact right time, at the exact right time. If you try to rush and force something to happen, you may miss an opportunity that is best aligned with your desires. Trust that everything is happening as it should and at the right pace, and that the situation will work out according to divine will. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really speak about what truth are you avoiding or what part of yourself remains unseen. But I hope it did make sense for you. I mean, maybe it's about this authenticity that you're not getting what you want. And you are learning apparently a lot of lessons where you are currently. And divine timing is at play. And some sort of hard based decision. Or even, I mean, I did get it. I didn't want to say this could also be, of course, a breakdown of relationship that you are maybe contemplating avoiding with a 5 of Cups, seeing only the loss, not the positive. Don't forget everything has positive and negatives. My cats are playing in the background. And the Queen of Swords, this could be even a lawyer, but I think I'm muddling the message. Okay, so let's leave it here. I hope it did bring you some clarity. I hope that you felt seen and heard. And if you like this message, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.